next is we create a button component. Let's create a button component. So inside components folder, let's create a new file. Let's name this button.js. So we just copy this one so that we can make it fast. Let's just type it in. We use text and touchable opacity, and create an arrow function for the button. Return. Let's now return a touchable opacity and a text inside button. Then return that, export default button, and import the button. Hopefully it will not get an error. It didn't, but we haven't displayed the button yet, so let's display the button here. And the button is now below. Then we add a style for the button. Let's copy this one and import style sheet, and add a style for the button. Let's name it button, and style is equal to styles.button. The styles for this one is height is 55. Okay, the height is now 55. Oops. The width is 100%. Let's change the background color so that we can properly see the button to blue. There it is. Margin vertical 20. Oh, it's so okay, 10 is good. And let's center the contents. Justify content, center, line items, center. Let's also add a border radius of 100. Okay, then let's change the style for the text. Let's name this one title. Oops. Title, style for title. Color is white. Font weight is bold, and font size is 18. Okay, then let's also make this dynamic. Here a prop for title. Let's also add a title prop here, title, and then the on press event. So on press also here. So on press, we will call whatever function is passed here. Okay, on press. Let's also add an active opacity because we cannot see the button. The label is passed as a prop. So the active opacity is this one. So once you click the button, the opacity is maybe it's 0. The default is 0. Let's check the documentation. Touchable opacity. Active opacity. The default is 0.2. So we can increase that value. Active opacity to 0.7. Okay, then once we call the button, let's go back to registration screen. Once we call the button, let's pass in a title. Title is register. Then we also pass in a function for the onPress event. So onPress, you will call the validate function, but we do not have a validate function yet. So let's declare that. It's let's declare that here, constant validate console.log validate, so that we will know that the validate function is called. It's what happened? Okay, just click the button. So it's now printing on the logs. So let's also print the array of objects input. Let's call this inputs. Save. So as you can see, it doesn't, all of the array of objects doesn't have a value. Let's try to add a value for the student number 123 KWE 098 at gmail.com, password, and click register. So all of them now have values.